Hi, I'm Stefan from Mix66 and I have already made 2 videos about alternative ways to record your drums. And in the meantime, I have found another almost crazy technique to record your drums. It will take your drums from this to this. In this video I want to show you a crazy drum recording technique. First we will record the drum performance as it is and then a second take with only the shells. This may sound crazy, but this gives us plenty of freedom when processing and mixing our drums. We will combine both recordings to get the best sound possible. Before we start, I have to say that this technique works only for genres where the cymbals are a lot quieter than the shells. So genres like rock, metal or other heavy genres. And if you are already afraid of phase problems because we are combining 2 separate takes of the same drum performance, then let's jump into it and I will show you why this isn't a problem. Okay, so here we have the original drum performance. Let's listen to this. And here we have a second take of the exact same groove where I play only the shells. Okay, so what we will do now is we will take the second take and align it with the first take. So both performances are on top of each other. We will have to edit these recordings to the grid, otherwise we will have flams, but you can already hear now the difference this technique makes. There may be some flams and also some phase issues, but this is only because we have not yet edited the recordings. We will do this now. First we will start with the real drum performance. Okay, so let's start editing. I will focus only on these 4 tracks. These are the first drum performance and this is the second take. So now the first take is perfectly on the grid. Let's have a listen to it with the metronome on. I will also enable some standard processing that I always do on my drums, so that it will sound more finished. Okay, you can hear that now the drums are on the grid. Here are just 2 hits missing. I forgot to edit them. So now we will take the second take with just the shells and edit that take. We will edit it in that way that is perfectly aligned with the hits of the first take. Let me show you how this is done. I will unmute it, and if you are working in Reaper, you could also create a folder track, put all your drums in there, and now on the folder track itself you can see the resulting waveform of all the tracks inside this folder. So here you can see the waveform of both takes. What we will do now is we will take the second take, these 4 tracks here, and align them with the first take. Let's go. You can see if I align the start, the rest of the waveform is almost identical. This makes of course sense, it is the same drum with the same microphone with the same drummer, the same preamp and the same analog to digital convert. So it's basically the same, even though it is not the exact same hit. This is also the reason why we don't run into any phase issues with this technique. Let's go ahead and edit the whole second take. So now we have both takes perfectly aligned. It is a bit of manual editing work and I think there's no way around it. I think there is no drummer on this planet Earth which can give you two takes that are exactly this precise on top of each other. But of course, the better the drummer, the less editing you will have to do. And now let's have a listen to both takes on top of each other. I will reset all the processing so that there are no phase issues introduced by that. So I can hear no phase issues. Let's solo both kick channels, listen to that. There maybe was a little phase issue in this hit here. Yeah, this sounds strange, but this is no big problem because what we'll do now, we will just use the kick channel of the take with no cymbals in it. And now let's compare both kick channels. First the one from the take with just the shells. And now the one with the first take where I played also the cymbals. Let's listen to the snare. First the snare from take 2, the one with only the shells. And now the one from the first take with cymbals. You can hear how loud the hi-hat bleeds into the snare microphone. Before we move on, I will label the tracks properly. And what we will do now is we will mute the kick and snare, and if you have toms, also the toms, from the first take where I played also the cymbals, and we will use the direct mic channels from the second take. Let's move them down here. Let's reset the processing. Okay, now listen to the raw recording. Now I will do the processing, and the advantage I have using this drum recording technique is that I can go crazy with my processing. Just take a look at the snare. If I boost some highs on the snare, maybe add also some distortion. Compare it to the raw recording. And now let's copy this exact processing on the snare track from the first take. Can you hear how loud the hi-hat is? Listen again to the snare from the second take, and then I will switch back to the one from the first take. A huge difference, as you can hear. So now I will go ahead, add my processing to all the channels, and then we will have a listen to the final result. And another advantage now is I have two channels, the room and the overhead with just shells in it. So again, I can go crazy with processing without having to deal with loud cymbals. Just for fun, let's put this distortion plugin on the room channel with cymbals in it. Now let's listen to the take with only shells. Much better. Let's get rid of that one. I had to add this gain plugin to boost the left channel because on the room stereo track the left channel was a bit quieter. Okay, now let's listen once again to where we started. To where we are now. As you saw, with this almost crazy sounding drum recording technique, we were able to get a great polished sound without using any samples. We just used the raw signals from our recording. Just that when we record another take with no cymbals in it, we can add a lot more EQ, distortion and compression to our close mic channels, without the cymbals going crazy, as we heard in the other example where I put the processing from the room with only shells on the room with cymbals. That was basically white noise. So there you have it. This is another alternative technique to record your drums. I hope this video helps you get better drum sounds and hence better productions. If you want to have amazing drum samples, then just click the link in the description and you can download my drum samples for free. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.